friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here and I'm so excited for this video. I have been waiting to film this forever, it seems, and the day has finally come for me to decorate my apartment for fall. As you guys know, I love fall so much. I feel like fall is the season where I truly come into my full form. And I'm so excited for all the fall content I'm gonna shoot. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe to stay along for more autumnal content. I moved into my studio apartment back in January, so this is my first time decorating my place for the cozy seasons. It's also my first time ever having a whole apartment to myself to decorate. In fact, I believe this is the first time I ever decorate anything for fall, really. Decorating for fall is not very common in Denmark. I guess it's started out as more of an American Thanksgiving sort of thing, and maybe that's why we don't really do it as much in Europe. For the past few years I've really wanted to decorate for fall, but the thing is, no shops here really sell any fall themed decor. We do get a tiny bit of stuff for Halloween, but that is not my vibe at all. I'm more of a cozy Gilmore Girls kind of fall girly. But this year a few different shops have come out with a fall line, and I knew that this is my year to finally decorate my space for fall. Let's start out by making a cozy fall drink, and then I'll show you all the pieces that I have picked up and collected over the last few weeks. If you saw my prepping for fall reset video last week, you will know that I picked up this iced coffee concentrate in pumpkin spice flavor. So this will be my first pumpkin spice drink of the year, which I'm very excited about. I don't have high hopes for this, but let's try it out. Okay, let's try this pumpkin spice ice latte. Okay. I don't hate this. It is quite sweet. I usually use oat milk for my iced lattes, but I did put normal milk because I assumed it would be so sweet that oat milk would not make it better. It definitely tastes like spicy pumpkin, which is delicious, but it doesn't taste like coffee at all. It more tastes like some sort of liquor, really. This reminds me of like a White Russian, a spicy white Russian. Anyway, this will do. I can't wait for the shops to actually start selling pumpkin spice lattes so I can go get a proper one. It's actually growing on me. Anyway, let me show you all the stuff I got. I have to say, with this being my first time decorating for fall, I wanted to go all out, and I was like a kid in a candy shop, and I fear I may have gone overboard. I don't know what kind of fall decor girl I am, because this is my first time, so don't judge me if this will come off as tacky or something. We'll have to see, and I'll have to just workshop it, and hopefully it'll turn out well. Also, I will say, I have bought a lot of brand new stuff this year because 1, I didn't have any before. 2, if I went into thrift shops in Denmark, I would not be able to find any fall decor per se, because we don't really do that here. But if you are somewhere where that would be an option, I definitely suggest you go look in thrift shops to find fall decor before you go buy new stuff. But with that being said, let me show you everything I got. I've laid it all out here on the table, and I know this is a lot. It's very orange, but honestly, I'm in love with everything. I got a bunch of candles, a bunch of pumpkins, and some blankets and pillowcases in nice fall colors. And I cannot wait to decorate my apartment. Most of the stuff here is from IKEA, but there is also some stuff from Jysk, which is a Danish shop, some stuff from Bilka, a Danish shop. Let's start with Bilka. So from Bilka, which is a supermarket here, I got a bunch of different pumpkins. I got this little pumpkin that actually lights up like that. Then I got this big pumpkin pillow, which I think is just so cute. I also got 3 little crochet pumpkins, also very adorable. I have no idea where I'm gonna put all these pumpkins, but we'll see. I got 3 of these little wicker ones that I also just thought were adorable. Oh yeah, also from Bilka, I got this acorn, or no, what do you call this? Maple leaf? I got this fall leaf candle. We're approaching the time tacky stuff, but I just think this is so cute. And lastly, from Bilka, I think I got this little string light with leaves, and this was so cheap, so I got it. It was 30 crowns, which is like £3, but this may be the kind of thing that I will regret buying. Because it may just look too tacky, but I really just want to feel like I'm living inside this intro sequence of Gilmore Girls. If you know, you know. Then from Jysk, I got some new bedding and towels that is currently in the dryer that I'll show you later. Then I just picked up this throw blanket from Kvickly when I was doing groceries earlier today, and it is so incredibly soft and it was very cheap. And then I picked up some candles from Søstrene Grene. They have so many beautiful colors and they're very, very cheap. And then everything else is from IKEA. I got 2 of these throw pillow covers. These were actually a little bit pricey, I think, but I do think it'll make a big difference in my otherwise very white decor. Then I got a set of these 2 dish towels in a checkered and a striped burnt red color, and I thought these were great because I think they're gonna work for fall and Christmas. I got another throw blanket from IKEA, just this crochet cream one that was also quite cheap, so gonna layer some blankets. Then I got this glass vase that I thought was adorable because I also got a few of these branches of faux leaves, so hopefully they will work in this little vase. This is not exactly fall decor, but I did also just get a new lampshade for one of my lamps because it needs a new one. Again, this is where it might start to get a little tacky, but hopefully it will work. I got 2 of these like long vines of faux leaves that I'm gonna decorate with that I'm so excited about. I think these are gonna make it feel so cozy in here, but is it gonna be too much? We'll see. Then I got this big candle from IKEA that has some orange leaves on it, and it smells like vanilla and apple, and it's actually a very fresh, lovely scent. I got this little pumpkin one that smells like pumpkin spice, and this smell is just the best smell ever. I will say I think IKEA really knocked it out of the park with this one. Then I got this red candle that smells like forest berries, which is also just so delicious. This is one they have all year round, but I love the smell of this. Then I got 2 of these tiny little vanilla candles because I thought they were so cute and they were also very, very cheap. Then I got 2 packs of these tea lights that also smell like vanilla apple. I got this little tea light holder and this cognac colored glass that matches the vase. I also got some cute napkins. And finally, the thing I'm most excited about is I got this big candle that looks like a pumpkin and it smells like pumpkin spice. It has 2 wigs and I am just so excited about this. I love that I'll be able to repurpose this for other things once I've used the whole candle. I think it's so cute. They also had a smaller one, but they were sold out unfortunately, and I wish I had gotten more of these because I think they're just lovely. So this is all the new stuff I got. Since I do usually go for a pretty cozy vibe in my apartment all year round, I do think I have a bunch of other decor pieces that I will be able to repurpose as fall decor, but I do kind of want to start with a fresh, clean slate. So I'm gonna go around the apartment and remove any decor, put away all my more springy and summery decor, and set all the more fall-like stuff aside, so I'll have a blank canvas to work with. So let's do that, but let me just show you the before. So here is the apartment before we start redecorating for fall. Very light and bright and airy. My god, look at how empty the apartment is without all of the decor. This really just proves how much decor really matters in a space. Now over here on the kitchen island is all the decor that I bought, as well as all the decor I have collected around the apartment that I think would work for my fall decor. And out here in the hallway are a few things that I know are not gonna make the cut, and I will put it in the basement to take back out in springtime. As you can see, it's not a lot because most of my decor will work just perfectly for fall time as well. Now that I've cleared out some of my old decor, I finally get to the fun part, bringing in new pieces for fall. One of the biggest changes I'm making this season is changing out my wall art with Desenio, who are kindly sponsoring this part of today's video. I feel like artwork makes such a big difference when it comes to setting the tone of a room, and Desenio has so many beautiful options to choose from. I wanted something warm and cozy for autumn, but still neutral enough that it works year-round, and I just love how these prints turned out. Seriously, look at all these beautiful prints. I feel like they would make such a beautiful gallery wall. I think they make my space feel so much more put together. One of the things I love about Desenio is you can get both the posters and the frames in one place, which makes the whole decorating process so much easier. Everything arrived quickly, and honestly just swapping these in already makes my apartment feel like a totally different space. Right now Desenio has a code for you to use, Sara B, which gives you 45% off posters and 10% off frames. Just note that this code excludes personalized posters and canvases, but the code is valid from September 7th until September 30th, and you can shop directly through my link in the description. I just finished hanging my new posters, and it has made such a huge difference in my space. Let me show you. I just love how these turned out, and they're honestly the perfect starting point for the rest of my fall decorating. So a huge thanks to Desenio for sponsoring this part of the video and helping me refresh my space for the coming season. Okay, now that we have some beautiful posters up on the wall, I am in love with how it's looking. It is time to start putting in some fall decor, but first, I'm a little bit peckish, so I'm gonna have a cinnamon bun. Gorgeous. This is the taste of fall. I made these yesterday, and when I say made them, I mean I heated them up. I bought them frozen from IKEA. So good. Honestly, I'm feeling just a little bit overwhelmed with where to start because I have so much to do and so many decisions to make, but I'm thinking a good place to start would be to put my new bedding on the bed. I think that's gonna make a big difference because I got this dusty chocolate brown set of bedding at Jysk. It wasn't too expensive. Let's put this on the bed. Okay, I am just loving how the bed is looking with the new print above the bed and the brown bedding and my little pumpkin pillow. So cute. Maybe I'll put one of the throw blankets on the bed. I'll see a bit later, but let's style my nightstand. The bed and the nightstand turned out so cute, and I am just getting more and more excited. But the next big thing I want to tackle is also a little daunting because I want to style my bookshelves. I am in a bit of a dilemma because, you know, usually I like my whole apartment to be very light and bright and neutral, and then really the only pops of color in here are my books. However, now I'm bringing in a bunch of color to the apartment, and I am scared that the books are gonna make it look a little bit overstimulating. And some of you may remember that I once tried to turn my books around so the spines were against the wall and the pages were out, and I didn't like it, but I am really considering trying to do that again. I feel like it's almost disrespectful to my books, but at the same time it would be temporary just to let the fall decor stand out. I think I'm gonna try it and we'll see what I think. Okay, Okay, let's try this. Please don't get mad at me. Okay, so far I'm hating it. But I have a feeling that once the decor comes in, it'll look better. I just know I'm gonna get so many comments saying, don't do that. I always get a lot of comments with people saying, don't use books as decor, that's so tacky, which I completely disagree with. Maybe if you just decorated with books but never read, but even then, if you're really into interior design, I say go for it. Figure out where I want these vines. It could potentially be on the bookshelf. I think that's pretty cute. We're gonna leave it there for now, but I may move it. I definitely want some pumpkins over here. Okay, I think that looks good for now. Let's move on. Okay, next on the agenda is the couch, the coffee table, the side table, the living room, if you will. And I'm thinking I'm gonna start by putting some new covers on these throw pillows. Because like I said, I got these orange ones from IKEA, so let's try them out. I forgot to wash these, but oh well. How do I feel about that? To be honest, I'm not completely sure. I do think this is a beautiful color and it is definitely autumnal. I just don't know if I think it goes very well with the white. Let's add a throw blanket and see if that helps. So I have these two throw blankets. One is cream from IKEA and one is brown from Kiki. And I feel like maybe the brown will help break up this very harsh contrast. So let's try that first. I never really learned how to casually drape a throw blanket on a couch. Something like that. Something like that. Let's leave it there for now. The sofa table and I just cannot even explain how much I'm loving the progress so far. It's already feeling so magical in here, but let's tackle the side table. And like I mentioned, I bought a new shade for this lamp, so let's switch it out and see if it looks better. I think it looks better, but it's still not quite big enough. Do you see what I mean? I'm struggling to find a shade that works for this, unfortunately. It did have a very big, beautiful shade, but it was so yellow from nicotine and I couldn't get it out. A lot of people mentioned I should paint it, and I probably should. I just thought it would be cheaper and easier to just buy a new one, but I guess not. This will do for now. Done, and I am so in love with how it's coming together. It is so cozy in here. I just added the cream throw blanket to the bed and I think that looks really good. I didn't change much in the bathroom, but I did just put a little candle on the tray and move this lavender soap over here so that I could fit another little candle by the sink. I swapped out my robe for this tan one, and then I swapped out my hand towel for this chocolate brown one. I am having so much fun decorating, and I think the last area we have to tackle is the kitchen, so let's do it. decorating the kitchen and everything is looking so gorgeous. I can't wait to give you a finished tour. I've used almost all of my decor. The only things I have left is another one of these vines and then this little vine that lights up. So I'm gonna try and hang these somewhere and see how I like it. How does that look? I actually think that's so cute. Yeah, we're definitely keeping that. Oh my god, it's so cozy! Now let's see if I can find a space for this little light up one. Cute! I'm all done decorating and it turned out so much better than I could have ever dreamed of. I feel like I live in the Gilmore Girls intro sequence. It is so cozy in here. All I want to do is just cuddle up with a book and a cup of tea, and the dark months can just come because I'm ready. I can't wait to film all my cozy fall videos in this cozy apartment. Let me show you the finished result. I'm just over the moon thrilled with how everything turned out. I feel like I am in heaven. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Is it cozy? Is it tacky? Is it just too much? Let me know, but be kind please. Either way, I am just so excited to spend the cozy season in my first ever fall decorated apartment. And as always, I am just so happy and thankful that I get to share it all with you guys. So if you love fall and you like cozy lifestyle content, make sure to like and subscribe and stick around for more. I'll see you next time. Mwah!